let's just say it. A huge part of Christianity isn't merely mistaken, it's Nicolaitan. And people are going to get mad when they hear that, but that's only because they have been trained to defend the system that's killing them. The Nicolaitans weren't just some weird little cult and revelation that vanished into history. Yahusha tied them directly to Balaam. That means the pattern's clear. Balaam couldn't destroy the people of Yahuwah from outside, so he taught them how to corrupt themselves from within. He taught mixture. He taught compromise. He taught the people how to stay close enough to the holy things to keep the identity while joining themselves to the things Yahuwah had already condemned. That's Nicolaitan doctrine. Now, tell me that's not Christianity. Christianity says you don't need obedience, just belief. You don't need holiness, just covering. You don't need separation, just a confession. You don't need to walk as Yahusha walked, just say you trust him. Just say you believe. You can stay joined to pagan systems, pagan dates, pagan customs, pagan food, pagan politics, pagan entertainment, pagan sexuality, pagan economics, and somehow still call that covenant life. That's Nicolaitan to the core, because the whole doctrine is built on one lie, that you can remain in mixture and still call yourself clean. That's exactly what Balaam taught. That's exactly what the Nicolaitans taught. And that's exactly what Christianity teaches now in polished language. They call it grace. But what kind of grace tells people obedience doesn't matter? What kind of grace makes holiness optional? What kind of gospel makes the commandment sound like a threat? What kind of spirit hears Yahuwah's standard and immediately says, well, nobody can do that anyway, so why even try? That's not the spirit of truth. That's a spirit of rebellion looking for theological cover. Christianity didn't destroy idolatry, it baptized it. It didn't destroy lawlessness, it renamed it liberty. It didn't destroy pagan mixture, it absorbed it and then told people it was reaching the culture. It didn't restore covenant separation, it mocked it. And that's why Christians get so mad when you start talking about obedience, because obedience exposes their whole system. If obedience still matters, then their excuses collapse. If Yahuwah still cares about holiness, then their comfort collapses. If Yahusha didn't die to make rebellion invisible, then their favorite doctrine collapses. And that's why they fight so hard. Not because they love truth, because they love permission. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Christianity sounds holy, but structurally, it does the exact thing Revelation condemned. It teaches covenant people that they can take part in what Yahuwah hates and still imagine they're safe because they use the right name while doing it. That's Nicolaitanism, not the whole body of every individual person calling on the Messiah. There are sincere people trapped inside it, but the system itself, yes. The system is Nicolaitan because it trains people to treat defilement like freedom, compromise like maturity, and disobedience like a harmless weakness already covered in advance. That's why the fruits are so rotten. No separation, no fear of Yahuwah, no covenant loyalty, no standard, no trembling, just endless talk about love while the people remain joined to the very thing Yahuwah called an abomination. And then when you confront it, they say you're legalistic. Of course they do, because every Nicolaitan system has to attack holiness in order to survive. It has to turn obedience into extremism. It has to make separation sound hateful. It has to mock the law. It has to reduce Yahusha into a permission slip. Otherwise, the whole structure falls apart. So, yeah, Christianity is Nicolaitan in structure because it doesn't mainly teach people how to come out from among and to be from among them and be separated. It teaches them how to stay in the mixture without feeling guilty. And that's exactly the doctrine Yahusha said he hates.